We are live for week 9. And get your popcorn ready because it's going to be an exciting week in fantasy football. We got 6 teams on bye week. That is right. 6 to deal with, but I'm joined with 2 fantasy football experts. Joe Morley Sports, Scottie from Fantasy Football Wishlist. How's it going, Joe? Scottie, you guys excited for this week? We're always excited for the week, I guess, right?
Woo! We're at halftime of the fantasy football season. It literally is halftime. So if your team is staking balls, you got to wake yourselves up. And if you guys are winning, you guys got to hold tight, baby. We're at going towards the finish
line. Woo! I'm ready. I'm ready to play, and I hope Scottie's ready to see his former quarterback of the Washington Commanders go for that MVP level and win me some fantasy championships with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. I actually bet the Vikings this week.
It does seem like a Kirk Cousins week this week from the looks of it and the matchup that he has. But we're going to be answering your guys' starts and sits. You have to leave them in the YouTube live chat. If you're here on TikTok, you have to leave them in the YouTube channel's live chat. It's the MJT Football YouTube channel. We answer your starts and sits on the spot, or you guys can also submit trade questions. By the way, trade deadline is approaching quickly. I think it's in the next couple of weeks in most leagues. I'll pull off any big trades.
Oh, I've been trying, but
nada.
All my players got hurt, so I don't have much value to give to people. So that's what I'm screwed in that aspect.
Joe, you pulled any off?
I trade all the time.
Yeah.
I have 3 guys on my money league that I originally drafted. I trade, and I'll trade anytime, but I haven't traded in 2 weeks because I think my team is pretty much set, but I never say no to a fantasy trade, like talks. How about that?
Talks, negotiations. I've been pursuing Derrick Henry like in every league, but I've only been able to convince him once to actually deal him. Oh, man. All right, you guys ready?
Let's roll.
Yeah.
Let's do it. We got a question here in the YouTube chat. Go to the MJT Football YouTube channel. There's like 200 people in there asking questions, and I can't see them. Dobbs, Isaiah Likely, Rondell Moore. We got to pick 2. Joe, what would you go here? I think I have an idea of where I would go.
We're picking 2. A lot of people are on the Isaiah Likely train. I understand what he did last week.
Me too.
Likely.
You're likely.
I likely.
But do you go Rondell Moore? That's the other thing.
Dobbs.
I don't know. I would go Dobbs and Likely. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes. I likely that pick.
Oh, put him in. I like it.
I likely that pick. I'm going Likely, and I'm going Dobbs as well. I'm sticking with Joe's picks. I like Likely the best out of the 3, actually, and especially at going Monday night. You got him going Monday night. Likely is going to get the targets that Mark Andrews gets, and Mark Andrews has the name, but Likely has the same capability, to be honest with you. He's talented, fast, great route runner for a tight end, big boy, young kid. He's going to ball.
This might be a hot take, but Likely might force Mark Andrews out of there down the line sometime in future seasons because this. And they're paying Mark Andrews a lot of money. They're paying Isaiah Likely a little bit of money. So we'll see how that goes this offseason and the offseason after. But yeah, I like Likely this week since Andrews is out. And Dobbs just has that perfect matchup with Detroit, who just gets carved up by anybody. So come on, Green Bay. You got to be able to carve up the team that gets carved up by anybody.
And there's a lot of questions with tight end positions. Everybody's scrambling to find one. If you're looking for one this week and Likely's available for some reason on that waiver wire, pick them up right now and put them in your lineup. I play him over Tanyan. I play him over all those questionable guys. I play him over Hurst.
Yeah, I've seen it in 2 leagues where Isaiah Likely got picked up this week, and I was like, what in the hell am I doing? Why do I not have this guy on my bench already? How did I not notice that? Big mistake by myself. By the way, all you guys that are new listeners to the weekly show, we do this every week, all season long, helping you guys out with your lineups. And then all off season, we're going to help you out with your draft. Make sure you subscribe to the channel with notifications on the MJT Football YouTube channel for the people over here on TikTok. Just subscribe to the channel real quick. Like the video, helps out a ton in the algorithm, and we'll answer your question. We're answering all of them, guys. So just let them in there, and then just be patient, and we'll get to yours eventually. The next one here from go ahead, Joe. Can you say their name? You said it right last time. Osceola?
Osceola Mora, yeah.
There you go.
Mr. Mora!
Yeah,
That's what I said.
Metcalf, Foreman, Jacoby Myers in his flex spot. This is a tough question. I'm interested to see what you think. Who wants to go first? Joe?
I'll go first. I'll take this one. I am a running back whore. I'm going Devontae. If I say his name wrong, does that make it even worse?
Yeah.
It makes it even worse. If I go, I was going Devontae Foreman, like a Devontae Freeman, mix it up a little bit. Like my brain doesn't work right sometimes. No, I'm going Foreman because Hubbard's out. I lean towards the guys who touch the ball 20 times. Don't go by me messing up his name. I'm going Foreman over Metcalf and Myers, even though Metcalf played on that injury last week and actually put representative numbers up. It's crazy. But I'm still leaning towards Foreman.
I'm going Metcalf. You drafted him for a reason. I thought last week he wasn't going to play because of that knee injury. He came out there, still put up a touchdown. I like Metcalf.
That's what I was going to say. He scored the touchdown, which was a big deal for his fantasy score last week. I think that you have a good matchup and you have a good player at each spot here. I'm going to go Foreman as well. I like the running backs. I like Foreman too. I'm a little bit biased, so maybe go get another opinion. It'd be great if we had one more person in here to tell us which one he would pick.
Tony. But no.
Foreman. Oh.
There he is! My God, must be freezing.
I'm in the garage, and it's like 68 degrees in here. It's cold. I don't know what the question was. Deonta Foreman. Foreman. Go with Foreman.
It was Foreman, Metcalf, Myers. I was thinking Foreman. Brady, Rodgers, or Lawrence? Sheesh.
Drop them all.
Yeah. No one's fantasy points here. Who's available on waivers still? Let's check. You know what I mean? Let's just do a double search. Make sure that there isn't like a sneaky play down there. Maybe a garbage time golf or something.
I would love to choose this in 2019. God damn, man. I don't know.
This is my thought on this one. Is that like Osceola, if you have all three of these quarterbacks, your season's not going well, right? Unless the rest of your team is absolutely loaded. So go with the person that has like the highest upside matchup in this one, and it can only be the team that's playing the dumpster fire that is the Las Vegas Raiders. So start Trevor Lawrence in this situation.
Yes, and I just want to mention, because I won't be able to say this often, Washington's doing better than the Raiders this year.
Ooh. Just for no reason. Woo! I'm going with that bad man Aaron Rodgers now. Out of those three against the Detroit Lions. If I'm going to
nice to see how happy you guys are this morning, because in about 2 or 3 hours, all three of you guys will be crying.
Hey, don't you stop talking. Your heart is the color of your team. It's black.
Hey. I'm pounding Romeo Dobbs. Whoa. If I'm putting Romeo Dobbs in my lineup, then I'm putting Aaron Rodgers in your lineup. Not mine, but in your lineup.
Go Trevor Lawrence anyways. Hey, Stephen Armstrong, what's up? How's it going?
Steven, hello.
Harrison in the house. Everybody say what's up to Harrison.
Yo.
Ooh. Should I start Terry or Palmer?
Terry.
That's going to be one of our main questions is Josh Palmer today.
Palmer's going to be
I
very,
would start Terry.
Terry is putting up numbers with Heineke. They're going to be playing from behind all game. They're not going to beat the Vikings today, but Heineke's going to heave the ball up to Terry.
I'm going to say Palmer in a lot of matchups, but I'm going to go Terry in this one. I just think Palmer is going to get PPR points today. I think he is going to have like a 8-9 catch game for 70-plus yards, just whether or not he gets a big one. I'm going to go with Terry's been hot.
That's not a bad question, but I'm Terry McLaurin.
Here we go. Josh Palmer again.
I love Josh Palmer, my favorite player on the Chargers. I would start Terry McLaurin.
Yeah. DJ Moore, Josh Palmer, or Leonard Fournette. Again, this is
Yeah, I told you it's going to be a
Palmer's going to have a week. He's out of this. Palmer's going to have a week this week. Don't worry, guys. But he's out of this conversation. I would probably play DJ Moore, honestly.
Yeah.
So I have this dilemma in one league, and the reason that I've put in Josh Palmer ahead of DJ Moore is that he's the only person for the Panthers, and you have a lot of tape. You're game planning to stop DJ Moore, so you're taking PJ Walker essentially as the quarterback over Justin Herbert. Atlanta's 32nd. So I edge Palmer a little bit in favor on this one over DJ Moore, but I don't really think you can go wrong. But Lenny's starting for me automatically, and then you pick the one you like better. I made the case that Atlanta's secondary is awful. I think the Bengals could really focus on double teaming DJ Moore this week.
But the question is with who? They're starting 3 cornerbacks this week.
Yeah, but even so you're going to roll coverage to him. Do you think the Falcons are game planning against Palmer?
I don't know what they're going to do with Palmer. It's a tough choice. They're both good matchups.
I mean,
who else
are you going to cover? Who else are you covering? I mean, Everett.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe you aren't familiar with Keelan Doss. Okay.
I know who Keelan Doss is.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. No, Lenny is the pick here, and then the second one we're between DJ Moore and Josh Palmer. Tony's with Josh Palmer. Mike, you're with DJ Moore?
Yeah, slightly.
Joe, who are you with?
I'm going with DJ Moore in this one. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not feeling Leonard Fournette this week and going up against the Rams. And some like in the matchups with the Rams before, this is the games that they don't run the ball that often. And so I'm staying away from Leonard Fournette this week. I know Tony likes him, but I'll go DJ Moore.
So I'm going to give a shout out real quick. Lady Shot Caller's in here. I don't know how far we are behind in the comments. Really appreciate you stopping by. She got me last week as the 2 highest teams, 168 to 164. I had 1 point from Devontae Adams and a bagel from Carlson on the Raiders, and I lost by 4 points.
Trade those 2 fucking losers. Trade those 2 losers.
I tried to trade. Try to trade Devontae.
I'll take down Carlson. Which defense you guys taking, Ravens or Dolphins?
Oh, Ravens.
Dolphins
versus the Bears.
Bears.
I don't know. I'm taking the Ravens. I like what the Bears offense has been doing, and the Dolphins scared me against the Lions.
Ravens took the guy I wanted so bad this offseason. Rokon, dude. Yeah. I wanted Washington to get him so bad. And I know nobody wants to come to Washington, but I have hopes, guys. I have hopes. And I wanted him so bad, and the Ravens get him. They always get a ridiculous linebacker. Lady Shot Caller, follow her. She's awesome. Amber's awesome. But what defense to pick? Go with the Ravens Monday night.
Yeah.
I would go with the Ravens on Monday night, too.
I'm with it, too. There we go. Yeah. I think it's a good matchup for the Ravens, actually, even though the Saints just destroyed some other team last week. The Ravens have linebackers to throw at Alvin Kamara now, and that's the majority of the Saints offense.
The Dolphins traded for a pass rusher, but they need to stop the run this week. I think that's going to be the issue. I saw a chance of rain in that game. Maybe that leans in favor of the Bears.
You know what Fields did last time it was raining?
How good's your team that you benched AJ Brown?
I might change that pick. That's good news for the Bears.
Oh, and you benched AJ Brown for in favor of who? Chris Olave. She did bench AJ Brown, but had I gotten any points from Devontae Adams, had they done anything in that game, gotten past the 50 once in the game, I would have won.
Wow.
All right, we got to catch up on some of these.
Let's do some.
So
Pacheco.
we got to pick two out of these guys: Pacheco, Rondell, Deion Jackson, Herbert, Garrett Wilson, and Brian Robinson.
Oh wow.
Deion Jackson.
And don't worry, lady shot caller. I will give you great advice for the league that you play with me in also. So go ahead and leave that one in there as well. Wouldn't steer you wrong on purpose by any means.
I think Jackson's at the top of my list out of these guys.
Me
and then
too.
after that is where I wonder about it. But you know what? I've been saying it all year, Tony. Who's the best running back in Chicago?
Herbert.
Lil Herbert.
They don't go
Yeah,
to it.
I think
They don't give it to him. Freaking annoying.
Herbert's going to be the starting running back for them next year. Like he's going to. This is like they're being nice to Montgomery. Like, all right, dude, we're going to let you like share, but next year you're not going to share. You're not allowed in the cookie jar next year. Like this year will be nice to you, but like we're going to give you the wrong timing for practice.
Am I crazy to say Deion Jackson and Rondell Moore?
that's Mike. That's kind of where I'm going too. I think that I'm going that way because I have to start Khalil Herbert this week because of buys and injuries. But I do think that Rondell Moore is still valid without Hollywood Brown. So I think I would go Deion Jackson for sure, then Rondell Moore or Khalil Herbert.
There you go. Next one. Good morning. Help me choose a flex. We got McLaurin, Montgomery, Deion Jackson, Christian Kirk, James Conner, Evan Ingram. Lots of choices. Right out the jump. I like McLaurin.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin can start for you.
It's close with Deion Jackson a little bit. It is close.
I want to know the rest of the roster if you don't have to start Montgomery, Christian Kirk, James Conner. Like, what is the rest? Like, who's starting for this game? McLaurin is the easy answer for me.
Easy answer, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I'm going with Terry as well. Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely are the next Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. I hope they're not like the next Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah, I don't think
also, he needs quarterback help. Should I start weak-ass Lamar or big balls Gino?
Why do you got him on your team? Trade Lamar and go with Gino. I would play Lamar still.
Yeah, if you don't like Lamar.
Yeah, I would play it.
Last time Cardinals.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson on Monday Night Football too. That's the best part.
That's exciting. That's fun.
So I start Kyle Pitts after the week that he had. I also have Mike Gesicki and T.J. Hawkinson. I go Kyle Pitts.
How many points do you think Kyle Pitts scored versus Derwin James today? That's the question, Steven. And is it going to be enough? I don't know. When he gets his 3 targets, they're going to have to scheme him wide open again like they did last week.
How much do you think that T.J. Hawkinson is going to play today?
I think he's actually going to play a decent amount because it's not like the other players are like world beaters. So I think he'll play a decent amount in week 1. And I think if anything, it's going to be more like, hey, these are easy opportunities for you to score. Like the other guys they have are basically blockers. So they're going to put him in and say, hey, this is an easy, all you need to know on this route. You get into the huddle and you just say like, hey, you're running a curl here. You're running the seam. You're running whatever. Like this is your matchup. Like he doesn't need to know the entire playbook front and back. Yeah. He's playing tight end. So it's like, hey, this is your route. Go do work. So I think Hawkinson plays a decent amount in this game.
And he got traded earlier in the week. So yeah, he had a couple days in Minnesota at practice. I was saying in my Pick'ems video that Hawkinson scores a touchdown in his first game. So I'm going to stick with my prediction and go with TJ Hawkinson. And Kyle Pitts is tempting to play. So if you just go with Kyle Pitts, Steven, I won't be mad at you as I wear this Chargers hat on the air and tell you to sit a guy against the Chargers.
Yeah, I think I think Kyle Pitts could have himself a nice day for sure.
Yeah, he could.
Terrence Marshall or Mac Hollins for his second flex.
Ooh, this is a spicy one.
I'm gonna go Terrence Marshall.
Here's the thing I don't understand. Why is Mac Hollins used more than Julian Edelman Jr. on a run throw?
He's hurt. It's his nickname.
I don't get it. But in this case, Terrace Marshall Jr. has been getting a lot of targets. And I think there's an opportunity for them to be trailing and PJ Walker to have to throw it 35 to 40 times today. So I would go with Terrace Marshall.
Yeah,
Terrace Marshall.
I was talking about it earlier. The Bengals secondary is thrashed this week. They're basically having
I think his name is Terrace. Isn't it Terrace Marshall?
No, it's Terrence.
I don't know about that.
This is a fantasy show. What the hell, man?
Chargers gonna lose today. Tony knows. Tony picked the Falcons.
Pick 'em show.
I picked him. It doesn't mean I'm cheering for him.
Change the pick, Tony.
Falcons gonna worry about Eckler. I do think that is who they're targeting. Now he wants to ask about Palmer. He comes in here and trashes the Chargers, and then he wants to know. Start MVS. You should start MVS tonight.
How that goes. Play MVS. Joe, tell him. Tell him to play MVS.
Play MVS.
Yeah. What's up, Zero?
Zero, what's up?
Hey, Zero, help us out. Like the video real quick, man, if you haven't already. Appreciate you.
What's up, James? James Lopez in the house.
Zero knows that.
Where you that one? Pick two from Nathan. Nathan's asking you pick two. Claypool, Palmer, or Thielen?
It's easy.
Yeah. Palmer and Thielen. Yeah. I'm not sure how much Claypool might get a couple of deep shots in this.
Just kind of to use them. Like, we got them. We're using them this. Yeah.
Green Lantern in the house. It says Cordell Patterson or Daryl Mooney.
That's tough.
If Cordell Patterson is playing, and he supposedly is, I'm playing Cordell Patterson because every time he's in, and he's been the lead guy for Atlanta, and he's at offense. He's the offense in Atlanta, so I'm playing him.
I would advise Cordell Patterson as well, but I am a little bit concerned that they work him in slowly. He started practicing in the middle of the week, coming back from a knee injury at his age, that they might use him just for big downs and goal line work. But that could lead to a touchdown at the same time.
Here's why I would start Cordell Patterson. 5.7 yards per carry against the Chargers. So Brandon Staley, clearly defensive genius, can't figure out how to fix the Chargers' run defense. Thanks, Coach.
They did it.
Jamal Williams or DeAndre Swift. We had this talk before Tony showed up, and I'm going Jamal Williams over DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I would start Jamal too, because I think that Swift will be used just like he was similarly last week, but I don't know if that's enough. I also like Jamal Williams. He already runs angry, but I think there's a little bit more anger against the Packers. And I think that Dan Campbell's one of those guys where he's like, hey, if we get inside, let's get this guy a touchdown and fire up the team. Let's allow the energy of Jamal Williams. You know, the Lions have been pretty good early on offense throughout the season. And if they have a chance to get Jamal Williams going, I think that that's something they would like to do.
I'm with you guys.
And Swift is supposed to be on a snap count or
just
some weird stuff like that.
Let him rest. Campbell, if he's on a snap count and he's hurt, let him get healthy. Come on. We're in the middle of the season right now.
Jared Goff or Aaron Rodgers?
Yo.
I'm gonna say Aaron Rodgers, but this is close. I almost would play Goff.
I'm going Aaron Rodgers just because of name value, and at some point it has to click for this offense to have a game, and I think this is the week. So Aaron Rodgers.
He's playing one of the worst defenses, so I don't think you can go wrong with either one of them. It's just who do you think is going to throw more touchdowns? And I think Jared Goff is going to hand the ball off more when they get down to the red zone. So go with Aaron Rodgers.
If Rodgers doesn't do good today, and the Green Bay Packers offense doesn't do good today, fuck them for the rest of the year. All of them.
Jakey said, do you know if Mark Andrews is playing? He's doubtful for Monday night. Everything I've read is they're probably going to let him sit out and not play because they have the bye week after that. But you never know, Mark.
There was a stat, too, that the last 18 players they've listed as doubtful, they have not played for the Ravens.
Oh, okay. So John Harbaugh plays it safe. That's a good little stat. And they have a good tight end to put in his spot. It's not like they're going to – it's a downgrade, obviously, but he's still a good tight end.
Chances that Johnny Talk Sports moves to 9-0 this week?
100%. Johnny Talk Sports is everybody's daddy in fantasy football. He's the Johnny Talk Sports. You should change your name to Fantasy Daddy. That's it right there.
Palmer or Garrett Wilson?
Palmer.
I'll go Palmer as well.
There we go, man. We are agreeing on everything today. First time
we better
ever.
hope that it's right. That's all I care about.
We usually
I don't care if we agree or not. We better be right.
We arguing about 50% of the start sits usually.
So this guy's a diehard Chiefs fan, and his roommate is a Chargers fan.
Oh, that's probably fun.
Those are probably great conversations.
Tell your roommate to follow me on TikTok.
Pitts or Likely?
Oh,
I think that Isaiah Likely is going to score more points this week than Kyle Pitts. So I'm going to say to start Isaiah Likely. But this is a risky move here, Nathan.
I don't think it's that risky at all. I do think that they lack any receiving options. Lamar is still going to throw the ball 25 times. And if 8 to 10 of those targets could go to Isaiah Likely, I'm going to start him.
I'm with it.
I'm starting Isaiah Likely too. If you had to pick between those two,
that's so. People were drafting Kyle Pitts in the 3rd round, and Isaiah Likely has been waiver claims.
And it's crazy, Tony, because like early in the season, I was testing out receiver, tight end drafts. So I thought the running backs might be a little bit weaker this year, and a lot of them were centered around Pitts. I'm so glad I changed that strategy almost immediately after those first couple of mock drafts.
For the fantasy marathon, I recorded those videos, and I said one player to put on your watch list or potentially use as a late round draft pick was Isaiah Likely from the Ravens. That was the guy that I was pretty big on. I drafted him in 2 leagues, and I've kept him on both of those rosters. He will be starting today.
Yeah, I got to read that too. I'm very excited about his output. I have him in Farm Youth in like this random dynasty league that I've been doing for a long time. So those 2 tight ends are fun. Ravens or Bengals? Bengals versus the Panthers. Ravens versus the Saints. I just think the Ravens are going to have a great game. I'm going to keep smashing the Ravens. I mean, I'm going to keep saying start the Ravens.
I'm going with the Ravens too.
Yeah, I don't. I kind of like the Bengals defense against the Panthers today to get some to get a little bit of juice going. That game is in Cincinnati, I think. I don't know. I think the Bengals just have one of those games where we talk about how like, oh, this is where they started to turn it around last year when they were 5-4 and made the run to the Super Bowl, and Joe Burrow's the greatest quarterback since Tom Brady. We can have all those conversations again next week.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow over Justin Herbert and Tua all day, every day. Let me break down the tape and show you guys.
As long as Tua is just kind of the 3rd one out of the conversation, then I'll let you have your opinion, Joe. But don't start bringing Tua to the top of this list, please.
I don't know. You guys
Tua. Jalen Hurts, Tua. Tua's the 4th best quarterback in the draft class.
All I know is the win-loss record says that Tua is the best quarterback from that draft class. That's all I know, Mike. That's all I care about.
But all I know is kids these days, all they care about is Super Bowls, and Joe Burrow has been to the Super Bowl.
If the win-loss record determined which quarterback was better and how teams should strategize each week, then every single week they should bring in Teddy Bridgewater in the 4th quarter because they are undefeated when they've benched Tua in the 4th quarter in the last couple of years.
Mike, all I know is the Dolphins should pay Tua $350 million guaranteed
right now. Yeah, let Lamar go to Atlanta or something.
Give him all the money they can afford to give Tua. He is a franchise, book it, 15-year starting quarterback. Dolphins, you nailed it. You were right. You made the right decision.
No
Tua.
need to panic. No need to worry about Tyreek Hill, getting up there in years and eventually leaving the team.
Nope.
Seeing Tua's not none of that. Let's just
Right now.
Cousins or Herbert. I'm offended, Danielle, but I think
you might go Kirk Cousins. That's who you go with. Kirk Cousins is the guy you start today. MVP.
You're gonna regret it, Danielle.
Quarterback right there.
You're gonna regret it, but I'm gonna tell you to start Cousins also.
I'm not. I'm gonna tell you to start. I'm gonna tell you to start Herbert.
He's pairing him with Justin Jefferson. He has Justin Jefferson.
And Everett with Herbert. It's the same.
No, it's not. You go Cousins.
I think they'll score a similar amount of points, Daniel.
Why the fuck would I want Madison?
Why do I
want
Madison? He keeps it going. If Dalvin Cook gets hurt, Joe's screwed no matter who he has.
I wouldn't take Madison for free. I don't care about handcuffs. I wouldn't take him for free. Herbert for Burrow. Herbert over Burrow.
Round of applause for Zero. Zero's
all right, Zero.
Yeah. DeAndre Carter season?
No, it's
Jordan.
Keelan Doss season.
I don't know. I hope so. It sure would be nice for
David.
them to use DeAndre Carter out of the slot a bunch today. It would be great to see all the stuff that I saw when I went to training camp. If they used any of that stuff that we watched at training camp, I don't know. Week 9 might be a nice time to open up the playbook, Joe Lombardi.
If they use any of the stuff we saw in training camp, we might win.
Yeah, we don't want to do crazy stuff like that.
Mixon or Walker?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Who's in your lineup, Nathan?
I'm starting both of these guys on the same team today, and I feel really good about it.
I would feel good about it.
Who are you starting over him? Yeah, that's an interesting. But if I had to go with one, I'd probably go with Walker because Mixon just gets on my nerves, man. Like once he gets down to that red zone and gets on that goal line, he can't punch it in.
You got Mixon trauma.
Yeah, I like Kenneth Walker playing in a dome. I'm gonna go with Kenny. KW3.
I'm agreeing with y'all. I think I'm gonna go with Kenneth Walker. They're gonna keep riding him, dude. That dude is looking like a stud.
Does Adams have a big game against the Jacksonville Jaguars today?
Yes. But
yeah, I think.
What are we talking about? Game over 100 yards?
Yes. Over 10.
So this is the only thing that worries me about it, and this is why I switched to the Jaguars in our pick and pool. In case anybody's following my picks, which would be terrible advice because I'm in last place with these other two dumbos. Is last week he missed because of illness. This week he missed some practice again. For whatever reason, they're not on the same page. I do think he has a big game, but I have a little bit more worry than I did prior to this week.
I don't understand Josh McDaniels and what he's doing over there. Because
Yeah,
Adams is unstoppable if you just focus on making him unstoppable. The only thing stopping him from being unstoppable is the freaking play calling. He beats zones, he beats double teams, he beats man coverage, he beats everything.
Jet sweeps are the way to go. Jet sweeps with Adams are the way to go.
What up, Joker?
0.
Or to just line up and Derek Carr just throw him like an unfavorable jump ball way off to the sideline. It's like, dude.
Did you see that thing where Derek Carr can't really make adjustments at the line of scrimmage?
I saw that too. Yeah,
that's kind of what's going on over there too. Is he's not allowing Derek Carr to make the decisions, and he wants them to go to these certain people, whatever it is. Anyways.
I'm going to bet that Derek Carr comes to the line. He sees something that Devontae Adams can get. He's going to say it. Devontae Adams, go get it, bro. I'll throw it to you.
The moment
Tony, you want Madison?
The moment Johnny Talk Sports drops Madison, I'm going to spend 35 fab budget on him.
You go all out.
I'm going to try.
My matchup this week is crazy. My big three is Eckler, Diggs, and Aaron Jones. My opponent has Jettas, Tyreek, Evans, and Mixon.
Oof.
Yeah, that is going to be a good one, but you're probably going to lose, Jordan.
I I was thinking about this on my drive home last night. I believe that this is the season that we will think back about Stephon Diggs as the year where we're like his Hall of Fame bid. It's like he secured it in this season. When we think like, oh, is Stephon Diggs a Hall of Famer? And it's like this was the year that he was unstoppable, undeniable, didn't matter. The Jets DBs are super hot, and I still think he's going to put up 150 and 10 catches and a touchdown or two today. Like, he is the best receiver in football, and we don't talk about him enough. We still try to put Jamar Chases and Jeffersons and Cooper Kupp and everybody ahead of him, and the guy just, it doesn't matter who it is. He just busts everybody.
And he's paired up with the perfect quarterback, man. Those receivers that are really good at making the mid-play adjustments on the scramble drill, and you have a quarterback as good as Josh Allen at it, that combo for a DB is a nightmare. It's a nightmare to track all game.
See, and I like the Jets defense and what they've been doing this year, but if I have any Buffalo receivers, I'm starting them this week.
I tried to get Gabe Davis in a deal, but no bite.
I don't know why. I just have a feeling. Nathan has Eckler and Henry. Damn. All right.
That's nice. I got an Eckler Christian McCaffrey team that's doing pretty good.
How do you get both? It must be a trade.
Don't worry about it, Tony. He got it, though. Hot take. Carter gets more fantasy points than Palmer.
Ooh, okay, Jordan. I'll take that bet. Yeah,
I'll take the Palmer side of the bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Carter didn't practice all week due to illness and is questionable all the way up to game time. I think that's
the Chargers.
Here's the thing, Jordan. I don't give a shit who gets the points in actuality. The Chargers have to win this football game. I don't care who gets the points.
The freaking Chargers, man, they piss me off. You want to use Carter in the offense, but you use him like a straight up wide receiver, and you don't use any of the strengths of his game.
Yeah. You line up the 5'8" guy outside who can't beat press coverage.
And then when he comes off the field to get a rest, then in comes Michael Bandy to line up outside next.
Who's 5'9".
Yeah, it's slower.
It can't beat press.
It can't catch. On to the next one, Joe. Let's get the fuck off this one. Josh McDaniels doesn't even know what he's doing there either. It just seems
he does. I heard what's his name talking about how they trust the process there, and it's not going as well as they would have liked it to. But blah blah, we suck. Raider Nation.
It seems like there's a little bit of friction in the understanding. He's playing it like I have Jacoby Myers, Devontae Parker, and James White as my offense. No. That's not what you have at all, Josh.
I think he's playing it like he has Tom Brady, but he doesn't realize he has Derek Carr.
Yeah, I just mean as far as like you need to start feeding the studs.
Well, basically they came out and they said that they evaluated the team wrong in the offseason. So they didn't do their work before they got there. And they said, oh, now it gives us more time to know what we're looking for and what our team needs are coming this offseason. It's what their press conferences have said. So they evaluated the team wrong.
They're either going to draft a quarterback and let Carr transition next year, or they're going to freaking just go to somebody this offseason.
But I'm telling you right now, the Raiders have the number 1 pick next year. They do not draft a quarterback.
I would be surprised.
They take Will Anderson.
I was just going to say that. I think Will Anderson will be in the top 3 of the draft next year.
I'm not saying they don't go after a quarterback, but I'm saying if you had the number 1 pick, you don't pass up on Will Anderson.
So it would be like a second round or maybe another first round pick if they have it. Gabe Davis, D-Hop, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. I feel like I'm going back. How much could they get for Carr? Like, I feel like they might be able to, if they trade him, get some picks.
Depends on what team.
I think you could get a decent haul for Derek Carr.
I think so too. Something similar to maybe what Kirk went for or something. Oh, no, Kirk signed straight up, huh? Anyways, Gabe Davis, D-Hop, Amon-Ra, St. Brown. What are you guys thinking here? I'm thinking D-Hop all the way.
I'll go D-Hop as well.
Yeah, I think so too. He's just getting force-fed the ball from Kyler, which is what we want in fantasy.
This is a good wide receiver core. We have a choice.
Also good, but experience, yeah. Experience wins matchups. That's why We're thinking Diggs over Sauce this weekend. Starting 2, Cordell Patterson, James Conner, Myers, or A.J. Dillon. Ooh.
Starting 2.
I don't like any of those guys.
I
I like Patterson, I guess.
I think I'm going to start Patterson and Jacoby Myers.
Me too.
I'll go with you on that, Tony, because I'm looking at Connor and I'm like, nope. And then A.J. Dillon hasn't done shit for us this year.
The matchup would say Patterson, A.J. Dillon, because Myers does have a bad matchup against a decent Colts secondary. But like Rose was asking me, she has Myers, and she kind of flexed him in and out of her lineup. And last week he had a matchup with the Jets, and I explained to her the matchup problem that poses. But he's the only receiver there, so maybe he'll still do it. And he still did it. So trust Myers.
But he plays a lot out of the slot, so it's not as you're not seeing as much of the number one corners go in there on Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, but in Indy, the number one corner is the slot corner, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, is like just because it's your number one doesn't mean. I mean, there were times last year where Harris was our number one corner on the field due to injury.
I mean, yeah. Kenny Moore and Stephon Gilmore is a tough draw for anyone. It feels like, but the Colts as a team can't get it together. I don't know. I got the Patriots winning that game. They got to score to win it. Ramondre, Myers,
Madre.
Trey Songz.
What's going on? Good morning, Trey.
Songs,
Juju. So I'm guessing you're picking 2 out of the 3 because he said sit 1. Juju Boyd or Josh Palmer?
I'm going to sit Juju.
Yeah, I was going to sit Juju also.
Hell no.
Come on. Who are you gonna play on the bench?
I'm starting Juju. I'm starting Palmer and I'm sitting Boyd.
Okay. Ooh. Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah. I think that there's going to be some weird effort to get Kadarius Toney involved in the offense, and then you still have Travis Kelce and enough passes to go around to other people. So I think just this idea that they're going to try and do that. Also, the Titans' defense has been playing better than we're giving them credit for.
Yeah, and this year I felt like they were going to do a lot of script stuff to Juju to get him open underneath and get him into that yak opportunities, but it's been all going to Kelce. All the game planning has been get the ball to Kelce.
Feels like a good game plan.
It's working.
Right. Johnny, I hope Etienne has a good game. I hope the Raiders win, but I hope Etienne has a good game too because he's on my fantasy team. So I'm in one of those predicaments this week.
I got me some ET as well. We can all root for him together. That's the process.
Damian Anderson does not believe in trusting the process for the
Well, they still haven't won yet in Philly, have they yet?
No.
How do you get the questions on the screen, guys?
I don't know. Joe does everything. I just show up and offer almost nothing to the show. Joe got that.
Great opinions today, Tony. I'm agreeing with all of
them. Yeah, you're doing amazing today.
I hope they're right.
You're on fire.
For that Jaguars over Raiders pick. Jaguars getting smoked by them Las Vegas Raiders.
Aaron Jones or St. Brown? Who you guys taking?
Both.
Ooh. I like Aaron Jones.
I like Aaron Jones this week too.
I think you got to play Aaron Jones. I like him on St. Brown. He's a play, but you got to pick.
Yeah, that's tough. I would probably try and figure out how to get Amon-Ra into my lineup.
Mm-hmm.
And Aaron Jones.
Who's your receivers? 0. You better not say Stephon Diggs and Tyreek Hill or something.
Cole's asking if he should trade Jones for Swift in a
Swift going down, and I'm not liking it.
I've sold all my stock in Swift this season.
Yeah, he's got.
I'll try to.
It's not good.
The start was beautiful too.
Gabe Davis or DJ Moore? Oh, sorry.
Just real quick on Swift too. At some point this season, if there's any thought about the future, I think Swift is the first guy they would sit down.
Yeah. You mean as far as this season's over, we need to go for the draft pick? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, hey, it's not worth winning 2 or 3 extra ball games this year to risk him being a major injury where he has to rehab the entire offseason. Let's just try and get him healthy going into next year. DJ Moore.
thought Detroit was winning 10 games this year.
Supposedly.
That's what I heard.
Still can.
I'm
Davis or DJ Moore, Mike? Who you taking?
I'm taking DJ Moore. It's close though, but I'm taking DJ Moore. Number 1 receiver. Decently favorable matchup because of Cincinnati injuries. They might be playing down also. That helps out DJ Moore maybe for more targets. I'm going DJ Moore.
All right, you guys convinced me. I'll go DJ Moore as well.
And
Just saw OBJ should be cleared for practice by the end of this week.
Cleared for practice. OBJ is going to slowly come back. Trust me. It's going to be once he signs to the team, it's going to be 2-3 weeks still, even from there.
Yeah, but I don't know why he would make his decision right now. Why not wait until like week 12? Like he doesn't care about the regular season at this point.
I think he is. The only thing that would be concerning for him is just getting in there and getting the playbook and getting everything prepared, getting ready for the playoffs. But if he gets signed by like week 13, I think he has plenty of time.
And where's he going?
Kansas City.
Kansas City.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah, I don't see that. I think that to me it feels like Dallas.
I can see that one. I can see that one over Kansas City.
Well, I can see that over Kansas City.
For him to win games with Dallas, that's a big branding opportunity. He'd also come in. He gets to be the 3 for a couple weeks, and then before you know it, he's passing Gallup and being a solid number 2 come playoff time. And you get big primetime matchups. And if you can win with the Cowboys and you won with the Rams, like now all of a sudden the OBJ empire gets a little bit bigger if you can win for the Dallas Cowboys.
I could be way off. I don't know what OBJ wants out of this year, but I think he wants to win another Super Bowl. It's not Dallas.
I don't know. That
Yeah,
defense
I've always thought he's
I'm coming around on the Cowboys, Mike.
What? You think the Cowboys are possibly on their way?
I think the Cowboys are hitting that sort of Bengals stride last year in a different way. They won a few more games with Cooper Rush, but if they understand what they have in Tony Pollard and Zeke still has a little bit left, I think that the Cowboys defense is the difference come playoff time. Like I think it'll be a nice matchup. And also just look around the NFC. Like, I don't know. I'm not counting out the Bucs either, because the Giants are going to be somebody's first round playoff matchup.
The NFC is a little bit easier when you look at the landscape than the AFC for sure. Everyone's closer together, it feels like, in the NFC.
I just look at the quarterbacks who are there, and I don't see any experience going deep. So what do I like next is I like defensive playmakers, and I really like Micah Parsons. I think Diggs can come up and make big plays. D-Law's playing really great. So I think that the Cowboys have an outside chance to ruin my playoffs this year.
What if Adam Thielen goes purely to the slot and OBJ goes to Minnesota? That'd be fun. That offense will have a star at every spot then.
And he should know that offense already.
Yes, it's the Rams offense.
Yeah, I don't know. Just Kirk Cousins.
I mean, that's the part where you're like,
You like that?
I mean, I like it. That's the problem. I don't love it. I like it.
Algier, Deshaun Jackson, or Claypool in a 4 PPR?
Deshaun Jackson. You mean Deion Jackson?
No, Deshaun Jackson is making his debut Monday night.
Okay, don't play Deshaun Jackson. Play Algier.
Who? Henrique. I would play Algier, but if you are just like me and you're like, I want to have somebody on Monday Night Football, let Deshaun Jackson go out there and run 5 or 6 go routes for you.
That's what it's going to be.
He's going to just throw it deep.
A.J. Brown, D-Hop, over.
Yeah, I would do the same.
Yep.
If I had to.
Trade somebody.
So he has Mark Andrews. So who you guys going? Tunyon, Hurst, or Likely?
Likely.
I'm going Likely also.
Yeah, might as well keep the same offense in there, right?
I would drop the other two for Likely if he's on.
I think that some of those are maybe like that's waiver wire options. Like, who do I have? I don't think you're carrying 4 tight ends when you have Mark Andrews. If you are, that's bad fantasy management right there.
I think you're right.
Mackenzie Robinson or Dylan at the flex?
McKenzie, DeMarcus Robinson, Dylan. Ooh.
That's your best option.
I bet you got a good record.
Well, this could just be this could be a bye heavy team. There's 6 teams on bye this week, so he could be in one of those situations where, you got like CD and who else is on bye this week? 6 teams. I don't know any of them. Sorry, I didn't come prepared.
I guess I would go McKenzie over the other 2 right now. That's just me.
Yeah, I would go with McKenzie too.
I'm going Dylan for matchup purposes only.
Didn't Dylan get a little banged up last week in that game? Didn't he have like a hip or a knee or something where he's like missed some practice time? I don't know.
It's a 16-man league, and then he has a bunch of buys. That's what it is.
That makes sense. Deeply.
And he's got a really great profile picture.
It's an egg.
Yeah. Higby are likely.
Healthier.
Something special about this egg?
Huh?
Oh, this is actually way closer than people would think. I've done a lot of likely just to diversify my portfolio, my pick portfolio this week. No, I'm going to start Isaiah Likely. I'm going to continue with it. I think he's really a wide receiver. He's more in that Kyle Pitts range than anything else. He's like a wide. I like Isaiah Likely to continue to put up some big numbers.
I'm with you on Likely, Tony.
Me too.
All right, let's rattle through these.
Yeah, we're almost done.
Terry McLaurin, Deion Jackson, or Deontay Foreman in the flex?
Ooh, shit.
Top rope. I would probably play Donta Foreman. Well, I don't know. It's close. What do you guys think?
I would play Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, me too.
There you go.
Hunter Renfro or CPAT? CPAT.
Sorry, Renfro.
In a PPR, guys, Conklin, Auten, or Foster?
Is Waller out?
Yeah, Waller's out. He's a bitch.
He's probably out this year. He's probably not coming back this year. I'm gonna go Foster Monroe in that case. I think the Raiders are gonna help him. I do.
I'm going with K-Dot, and I don't believe Tyler Conklin has back-to-back 2 touchdown weeks where he ends up beating me. He's essentially the difference maker in a loss I took last week. I'm still bitter about it. K-Dot, and I don't know.
Hate that choice, though.
Romeo or Lazard?
Romeo.
Oh, shit.
Play Romeo.
Jack Delangelo looks like the lead singer of a boy band.
We didn't get the inactives.
Fantastic.
Lazard's good to go. Have you guys heard anything about him? He was on the fence on playing even.
I know he was
hurt, but senior photos. He's got at least 2 aunts and a grandma who has the wallet-sized photo right here. Jack, this is a great picture. Go with Dobbs.
Which one was better, Kyle's picture or Jack's picture?
Go with Romeo.
Oh,
Jack's picture.
Yeah.
It's Jack.
Okay.
Got on like a tie-dye sweater. He's got the hair coiffed. Bringing back the flock of seagulls look.
Oh, Jackson or Dobbs? I would think you go Jackson in this one.
It's tough. Dobbs could have a big day, but I'm gonna go Jackson also. Oh, they do have a picture, a wallet-sized picture. You were right, Tony. This is true.
No, so Jack has family members that clearly love him because that's a photo right there that's taken. That's either a headshot for like some Midwestern modeling agency or that's a senior class photo right there. Jack has a family either way. Who cares about him? That's all I'm saying.
Over under that Tony throws his little football at the TV 5 times today.
Which one?
I haven't thrown it. I haven't thrown it at all. So you're gonna lose unless I go pump fake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Football gone. You should have took the under, sucker.
I like I like that you had it ready. I wasn't ready for that.
It's always next to me. Today I'm fidgeting with a pink Sharpie that I found over there.
I stole this ball from Piggy Bank Picks. His team was trying to head out the game ball, and I ran in and I intercepted it as he handed it to his player, and they never noticed. I stole it and took it with me.
You should have stole the victory. Instead, you took the L, and you
I got the game ball. The loser got the game ball.
Wow.
This is an interesting one right here, Jack, and I think that I am going to go with Michael Carter. I don't love the matchup, but the James Robinson having the knee problem all week, and I think there's going to be a lot of passing down opportunities and check down opportunities late in the end of the game, where we will see today in the second half, Joe Flack the Don right there. Joe Flacco is going to be playing in the second half. It's either going to be him or Mike White. Is going to be checking it down to Michael Carter in the second half.
Get Mike White in there. Also, Deion Jackson, his big game was with Matt Ryan. I'm a little hesitant on Deion Jackson. I'm just only playing him in some of these situations where his volume seems to be the reason to play him. I'm going to go with you, Tony. You convinced me on Michael Carter just now.
Well, I think they're going to try to limit the run and put the Colts in long, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9, and then give him confusing looks, and the Patriots get some pretty easy interceptions. It's Colts Patriots this week, right?
Yeah, and like I was saying, the big game that Deion Jackson has that you're playing him off of was with a quarterback that for years now just checks the ball down.
He also audibles into good situations for the run game, right? Like Matt, say what you want about Matt Ryan, and I think it's just at some point we need to look at Jim Irsay. I know everybody loves him because he's standing up against Daniel Snyder, but at some point we got to look at him and go, hey, you're not allowing your team to establish any sort of continuity with a quarterback. That's on manic ownership, making crazy decisions. So that's on Irsay a little bit. I think Matt Ryan would have been fine. Like it wasn't going to be great, but Sam Ehlinger, that's your option. Not wonderful.
I actually like Deion Jackson because I think he's a good running back with his speed and everything. But yeah, it's all good.
I like garbage time for Carter in this game.
Draft one. Try that out.
Yeah. Damien, you got to start Tua. Tua has the better wide receivers, and even though I think Lawrence could get some points, I like Tua's matchup better.
Yeah, Tua, I like the matchup. I just haven't checked in on the weather yet. I saw potential wind and a chance of rain, but I would start Tua.
That could be in both games, though. And Tua could throw the long ball. So it's all good.
I think we've seen some improvements on the long ball.
Yeah.
Would you say? Would somebody please applause me and tell me that they love me and stop making memes about me? Look at me throw these deep balls, everybody.
I will say also our pick'ems record and our record with these start sits, that's been improving as the years went on as well. Same as like Tua's long ball. So applaud to us. Screw Tua.
I haven't missed one pick'em, like one of these all year. I've gotten every piece of advice I've given is 100% how I feel about it at the moment. That's all I know.
Y'all better go get Michael Carter now. Go get him. Get him in there. Sit everybody. Appreciate everyone for tuning in this week. We're going to be back again next week. So make sure, Damon, I don't know if I've seen you here before. Make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on. Those notifications are key.
I think we need to hire Damien as our new meteorologist.
Yeah.
He's got.
We need to check the budget and see if we can afford Damien.
Was that the weather report in that comment?
Yeah.
Did you guys get this one, Gabe Davis or Kurt?
Oh, I didn't. Kirk.
Gabe Davis?
I'm going Gabe Davis.
I'm going Gabe Davis.
Good job, 0. 3 games incorrect. Anyways, it's Sunday. We got to go get ready for football. I got to set up my other TV right now. You guys got anything else to say?
Nope. I'm going to do this right here.
How many times you going to throw the ball, Tony?
You should have took the under.
Wait.
4.5.
Plug. Like the video. Subscribe, turn notifications like I was saying before. And also, guys, go follow us on Instagram. Go follow us on Twitter. We post sometimes. We'll see you guys next week. Actually, we'll see you guys early in the week for other shows that are coming up. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck with your fantasy games today, guys. Bye week Armageddon.
Switching to the Falcons.